What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back from a great trip to Belgrade. How did you enjoy that?
Interesting, good experience.
It was a good experience.
Really,
Atmosphere wasn't really cut out to what we heard it was going to be.
We're here. We have all our limbs. We have no wounds, no stab wounds, nothing. We made it there and back.
And come back with a 4-0 win as well.
Yeah, albeit via 7 different planes, but yeah, we're here and we're back, and 3 points, almost qualified from the Champions League. Keyword almost, because we could very easily ruin it.
I mean, a win against Olympiacos sees us through, and a Bayern win against Red Star also sees us through.
So yeah, hopefully we are now almost over that line, and now we move on to this weekend. Big game on, well, it's tomorrow now. Big game tomorrow. Really big game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We welcome Sheffield United above us. They are 6th or
3 points above us.
So massive game tomorrow.
Yeah, so obviously it's Sheffield United at home in the Premier League, 3 o'clock Saturday, which promises to be actually really, I don't know, I wouldn't say a good game, a good footballing game, but it's going to be a tough test, isn't it? I think Sheffield United, they've been good this season. Obviously they're 6th in the league.
I disagree that it won't be a good footballing game. I think they play great football. They play a formation that no one in the whole world has ever used. I think Chris Wilder's got them playing some lovely football. They have centre-backs overlapping. Yeah. Their full-backs.
What is that about, overlapping centre-backs?
Overlapping centre-backs and then overlapping full-backs and then overlapping wingers.
It's just the whole team just overlaps each other.
Yeah, it's really good to watch. I've watched them a few times. I watched them against Arsenal, I watched them against Liverpool. I watched the highlights there from there when they battered Burnley at home last week, which isn't easy to batter Burnley. Yeah. So yeah, it will be a tough game. I think it'll be a good game of football. Two sides that definitely have the capability of playing good football. It'll be a tight game.
I mean, when you look at Sheffield United, I think their best results have come at home this season. Mm-hmm. Away from home, they've kind of drawn the majority of their games. Would you take a draw right now?
No. Although they did win comfortably at Everton.
They won comfortably at Everton, but I think the majority of their games away from home this season, they have drawn kind of 1-1, 0-0.
No, I wouldn't take a draw. I would never take a draw at home to anyone.
Yeah, no, you're right, but
maybe Man City, Liverpool, but other than that.
Do you think that after this win on the weekend, in midweek, that potentially we can turn a corner if we can keep Lo Celso in the squad, maybe Ryan Sessegnon with a start as well?
Yes and no, of course, regardless of the result on tomorrow, it's the international break after that, so it's going to be a 2-week break when whether you win or you lose, it's going to be a big break. It's going to be stagnated. That if we win 3-0, you've got then 2 weeks until you play again. It sort of just it's going to have to everyone comes back, people come back late from international duty, so it's difficult. But I do think we need 3 points tomorrow, and if we can get 3 points, then there's no reason why we can't go on a bit of a round of form, provided that the team that played last night plays week in, week out.
Would you stick Dyer and Sanchez centre back?
I don't know. It's difficult. If you're judging on performance, you say yes, but we did play a very shocking.
Less than average side, weren't they? Yeah. They were like League 2 standard, to be honest.
They were really poor. They had some lump up front that wasn't really interested. Yeah.
He was a proper lump, wasn't he?
So I'm not sure. I think it is harsh to drop him, but I also think that Toby does also offer. I think out of the 3 or 4 players that are destined to go at the end of the season and aren't putting their 100%, I think Toby is the one that, if he plays, you don't mind. He does. You
know what you're going to get with Toby, don't you? I think he's going to put a shift in, because question marks over Toby have been there for a while now, and he's always putting in those performances. So I'm not too worried about Toby. It's the Jan Vertonghen is the one I'm worried about. I really don't. Tomorrow. No, he's not going to. He's injured still, isn't he?
I don't think you can drop anyone in the attacking sense.
Apart from Dele, maybe.
Maybe, but again, whether you think he played well or not, he got an assist.
That's the thing with Dele. I think he can be quiet throughout the whole game, but there's moments where that win us the game or get us that draw. Because look, when against Everton, I thought he was poor against Everton, but he popped up with the goal. Yeah. I thought he was poor against Red Star, but he popped up with an assist. So the stats speak for itself, really, don't they, with Dele?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a difficult one, but I don't think anyone in an attacking sense deserves to be dropped for tomorrow. I think Lo Celso especially has to play.
That's the main thing. It's funny that you pay an attacking midfielder that's in it and that can play passes forward. You've seen Eriksen this whole.
He can run with the ball.
He can pretty much do everything, and I think
And he worked
he's
hard.
so aggressive.
People forget the goal he scored on Wednesday night.
That was like a FIFA goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was started by him pressing, winning the ball back off someone,
Yeah.
and driving 40, 50 yards, playing in Harry Kane, who hit the post, everyone else hit the bar, off the line, whatever. But it came from Gio winning the ball back in the middle of the pitch, and that's why That's what Eriksen doesn't give you, and that's why I think Lo Celso has to keep his place for a while, I think.
Is there any chance Lucas Moura to play? Would you play him instead of Ali?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
It's a weird one with Moura because, like, since that Champions League semi-final, he hasn't played that much, first of all, but when he has played, it's kind of been a bit meh
Yeah, he
kind of
doesn't
thing.
do anything. Doesn't take his man on anymore.
So, like, everyone was
Doesn't
going on
run.
about how mad it is not to play Lucas Moura in the final, which I agreed with. But having said that, he's too inconsistent.
Inconsistent, pops up with a goal. I think he scored at City back in August, but other than that, not offered much.
Do you feel that he
chances against the teams like Colchester? He had 90 minutes at Goodison last weekend. Just didn't do anything.
Do you feel that he should get more game time, or do you feel that it's
And I think
warranted kind
when
of
he
the way
does-
Poch is treating him?
I think when he does get more game time, I think he needs to be played in his proper position, which is a right winger. He's not a striker.
Yeah.
I know he can play up front, but he's not a striker. And I think if he is going to play, stick him out on the wide right against a left back and get him to run at them. That's what he's good at, running at players.
And back on to Sheffield United, who are their main players? Like, who can hurt us in their team?
Obviously,
What do we need to be wary of?
Lys Mousset, who was abysmal at Bournemouth, has found some form up in Yorkshire. 3 assists last weekend. A goal against Arsenal, goal at Everton. So he's good. The likes of Billy Sharp, Ollie McBurney, and then in midfield, John Lundstrom, the FPL fantasy legend.
2 goals last week, didn't he?
Fantasy. He's a defender. So you get
FPL
goals
legend, yeah.
And because he's an overlapping centre half or something, wherever it is, gets goals and assists. So he's one to watch. And there, Ollie Norwood. It's weird. They've got such a championship squad, like a really championship squad. Like Billy Sharp, Ollie McBurney, all these.
I like
players.
Billy Sharp.
They're all League One. They're all Championship League One players, and the job Chris Wilder is doing is absolutely fantastic.
But it just shows you that no matter like the kind of quality you have in your squad, if you play as a team and stick together
Just put a bit of heart in.
and put some heart
look what happens.
in, you can get places. You know, like you said, they've got a Championship squad, League One squad, but they're doing 6th in the league, 3 points above us, which makes it such an important game this weekend, especially as Arsenal playing Leicester. And also Liverpool playing Man City this weekend, so there are some big games. So if we can win this game, that will close a tiny bit of the gap to the top 4.
I like their goalie as well, Dean Henderson. I think he can be an England #1.
Really? Would you take him at Spurs?
Yeah, I would.
Really?
He's a good goalkeeper. I like all their players. They've got players like Ender Stevens, who was released by Villa, I think, a few years ago. George Baldock, right? But they've got really good. Well, they've got really Championship level players, but a really good squad of. A really good team that want to be together, want to play for the manager, and when you have something like that, not a lot can go wrong, as we're seeing at Bramall Lane.
Yes,
So-
and how we're seeing the opposite at Tottenham
At the moment,
The polar
we're
opposite.
not quite seeing that for us, but we saw glimpses of the future on Wednesday.
That's the thing, that's the main thing. I think if we can play our new side, Ndombele, Lo Celso, and potentially Ryan Sessegnon have to play now pretty much consistently. Ryan Sessegnon, when he came on against Belgrade, I thought he only had 15 minutes, but he got an assist. He looked sharp, he looked fast. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
We need some speed there. I know he played left winger. Do you reckon there's a case for him to play left back?
No, yeah, there is, but you got to look at it. Is Poch going to sit there and go, you know what, let's give him his debut at left back now? And I think you saw the fact that he came on for Son at left wing on Wednesday night shows that he is, at the moment, brought in to be a left winger in more of an attacking sense than a left back. So, that's sort of not going to happen, I don't think. But I think one thing we cannot do tomorrow is underestimate Sheffield.
It's a case that if we go 1-0 down early tomorrow, it's going to be a big problem, isn't it?
Saw it against Watford and they're bottom of the league. So breaking teams down is not what we are good at.
It's going to be a case of we need to be firing from the first minute. We just need to go out there, press them high up the pitch, and just basically be all over them kind of thing from minute 1, like we were against Red Star, like we were a couple of games ago as well. So I think if we are to do that, then I think we can win this game comfortably.
If we play like we played at Goodison Park, we will lose 1-0 at home.
Yeah.
We'll draw 1 or we'll lose 2-1. Something like that. We will not win that game.
Yeah.
We have to go. We have to we have to go into tomorrow's game with the right mentality and the right.
We have to be on the front foot.
Yeah.
We have to be aggressive. We have to be all over them. We can't sit back for any second because you've got a team like Sheffield United who will stifle us if we don't go on the front foot from the very first second.
Exactly.
If we go 1-0 up, I think we'll have a chance because they'll have to come out a bit more. I think we'll have the chance to kind of get more goals in there. But if we don't score early and if we go into half-time 0-0, it's going to be a problem. So I think we're going to have to be on the front foot. We're going to have to see a good attitude from Tottenham. There's no other player to put in the middle except for Ndombele and Sissoko, is there?
No.
Winks just ain't cutting at the moment.
No, I'm not sure why he didn't travel to Belgrade, but yeah, no, it's got to be the Musa and Tanguy in midfield.
I feel they complement each other so well.
Sort of elements of the not yet, but elements of Dembele and Wanyama of that 16, 17
Definitely,
season.
because you've got Sissoko doing that Wanyama job, just like hustling everyone in the middle, covering every blade of grass.
Breaking when he
exactly
as a beast.
That's exactly, he's doing that better than actually Wanyama did. Obviously, Wanyama did the breaking up of play better, but he never used to like burst forward like Sissoko does. Obviously, we would like a bit more end product on there from Sissoko.
What I think is so fantastic about Ndombele is obviously you see the elements of Dembele where he's getting out of tight spaces, shrugging off players, but his ability to pick a pass is simply unbelievable.
Sensational.
He sees passes that no one else in the whole stadium can see.
Yeah.
And he gets, 9 times out of 10 gets
spot
on. He started the first goal for Son. He started the move for the fourth goal, and to be honest, he should have started for quite a few more. Just didn't take our chances. He's really, really something else. This boy. Actually, you say it every time I'm with you at football. You love him. I love him as well. He's proven to be one hell of a buy.
Definitely, and it's not only his passing range, but the way he gets past players with that trickery of the feet as well.
I'm trying to figure out what was said to him to make him join Tottenham.
Well, he's joining the Champions League finalists. I don't know. But anyway, let me put you on the spot now. What's the score prediction going to be?
I mean, last time I sat in this seat was before Brighton.
Yeah.
I actually got it right.
Yeah, you did get it right.
I said we lose 3-0.
Well, a bit more positive this time.
I got it right on Wednesday night. I said 4.
Yeah, in the vlog, yeah.
I don't know. It depends what Tottenham shows. If the Tottenham from Wednesday shows up, I think we win 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 2-1.
There's a few scorelines there.
Yeah, I don't know, something along that. If the Tottenham of this season shows up, I can see this being 1-1 or a 1-0 to Sheffield United.
Yeah. I think we need to take confidence from midweek into this game. I think if we start on the front foot, like I mentioned before, and we were aggressive from minute 1, then I think we do win this game. Obviously, if we're not, then I don't want to talk about what can happen, but I think obviously everyone knows we've seen it before against kind of Watford, Newcastle, but then we've seen the opposites against Crystal Palace and Red Star Belgrade. So it remains to be seen what happened, but if the right Tottenham turn up, I'm backing us to win comfortably 2-0, 2-1. But if not, then obviously it's going to be a very tight and nervy game. But we're going to need the fans to be singing for 90 minutes in this game. We need to just back the players that are on the pitch. I don't care. Obviously, I don't want Christian Eriksen and Danny Rose and them lot to be starting, but if they are, I don't want any negativity in the stands. I just want to sing for them for 90 minutes, and then we can pick up our grievances with them after the game.
Yeah, I don't agree with all the chanting and booing at Eriksen, because everyone sits on Twitter and laughs at Arsenal for doing it to Xhaka.
Exactly.
What's the point? You're just going to go if he's playing, just get on with it.
Exactly. Support the team that are in
You're not in
the Lily White.
None of us are in the dressing room. So none of us actually have a clue what's going on or what's being said. So just get on with it. Exactly.
Like I said, I don't agree with Eriksen and Rose playing, but once they're on that pitch for that 90 minutes, you have to support them, because it doesn't do anyone good booing or jeering or complaining in the stands. We need to pick up our grievances afterwards. But anyway, my prediction is going to be 2-0 to Spurs. 2-0 to Spurs.
Team?
Well, check that out on the predicted lineup video, which will be out after this. Just one more thing I got to say is my grandpa has been very ill over the past month or 2 or 3, but he's feeling much better now and he'll be back at the game this weekend. So if all of you that will see him come over, give him the love that he deserves. He'll very much appreciate it.
You do.
So like, subscribe and comment. Tell us your thoughts on our preview. And as always,
for Ben's grandpa.
Exactly, 10 likes for my grandpa. And as always, come on you Spurs.
Come on Tottenham.